Hello and welcome everyone to another YouTube video here on my channel. Today we are gonna play Dimir Control, Dimir Hate. There are multiple names for this deck, and yeah, this is what the deck will do. It will counter what you play, it will destroy what you play, and then we're just gonna win with our little win cons we have left in our deck. And it's actually pretty simple. That's how it works. And we won all 3 games. We had aggro, we had Sultai control, we had band. Like, they're a bit of a strange deck. We won all the games, super fun. But let's dive into the deck. So it's a 60 card deck. There's no Yorion, and many of our cards are based on counters and removal. So our counters are Disdainful Stroke is a 2-off. We can counter target spell if converted amount costs 4 or greater. Versatile card, works against dragons, against henches, against the big spells where like ultimatums and stuff. And I like this card as a 2-mana counter here. We have 2 Jwari Disruption, which is a land and a counter, like a sensor, just also really nice. Then we play Foresight Coming. This card is so good, 3 mana, we can counter a spell or just foretell it for 2. And then later on we can play foretell to counter target spell. 4-off in this deck. And I come back to the foretell, why I think foretell is really nice in this deck as well. We play... Oh, that's actually it. Yeah, that's all the counters. Let's go to the removal shortly. We play 2 eliminates here, 2 mana, destroy target creature, planeswalker with converted mana cost 3 or less. Versatile card, works against lands, works against innkeepers, lost rock beasts. Yeah, just having 4 spot removal here I think is really important. We also play 2 Heartless Act. 2 mana, we can choose destroy target creature with no counters on it, or remove up to 3 counters from target creature. So those are our spot removes with Erebos intervention. 1 black and X, we can choose 1. Target creature gets -X until the end of turn. You gain X life or exile up to twice X target cards from a graveyard. Also nice against graveyard decks, maybe like cycling and those kind of things. So I wanted 1 Erebos intervention in the main. And we play 4 Extinction Events. I mean, 4 mana, it's basically a sweeper that sweeps all cards with odd or even, depending what you choose, but it exiles them, which is really important right now. You also play the one of Soul Shatter, which is really good against Planeswalker mostly. 3 mana, each opponent sacrifices a creature or Planeswalker with the highest converted mana cost among creatures and Planeswalker they control. Works good against Dream Troll, no one is playing it though. Works great against Coma. Really versatile card. Can work also really good against the dragon, because they play dragon and before attack you can actually play it and have to sacrifice it. I like it there a lot, because usually they don't have another card outside that has 5. So really cool card. And why I like foretell here is because we play Gadwick. So this is a removal deck. We try to remove, we try to fit our lands in, and then we just play Gadwick X for 7, draw a new hand, and still have our cards in the foretell. Gives us like a 10 card hand, which is amazing. Because Gadwick the Wizened said 3 blue, X, and when Gadwick the Wizened enters the battlefield, draw X cards. Whenever you cast a blue spell, top target non-permanent an opponent controls. So draw cards, it's okay against aggro. Whenever we play blue spells. And a card that goes really well with Gadwick is Brazen Borrower. We can bounce something for 2. Really nice. Sometimes there are cards we cannot deal with, or they enter the board without us countering it, so we can bounce it back. And for 3 mana, it's a 3/1 flyer that can pressure opponents. So I really like this card here in the deck. We also play one of Midnight Clock, because sometimes the games can go long and you can just reset it. It also gives a land here, but it's really nice just to reset the entire game, and it can be really nice against rogues if the card just goes out and they go for the mill plan. We also have a one of Silandi Vision here, 3 mana, it's a land as well. I like this card a lot in this type of deck, because we can look at the top 6 card of our library. You may release an instant or sorcery card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. I really like this. There are counters we can get, there are removals we can get. So there are many cards we can hit with this, so it feels really good. I can see maybe a 2-off here, but we went for 1. There's also the blue land that draws cards according to how many cards you have on your hand. We usually don't want to tap out that much. It's still a go deck, and I think maybe a 1-off, but I'm not too sure yet. I can see maybe a 1-off there, but yeah. This is the way we went for the video. Then we have 4 Behold the Multiverse. Super good draw spell. Probably the best in the set right now. 4 mana, we can foretell it for 2 and pay it for 2. So scry 2, then draw 2 cards. That's all it does. And again, having foretell cards with Gadwick just feels really great. Also the psychological aspect of foretelling cards, if you saw it comic, feels amazing. Then we play Alrund's Epiphany. I mean, extra turn. We love extra turn. 7 mana, create 2 1/1 blue bird creatures token with flying, take an extra turn after this one, and then we exile the card. Foretell is 1 mana less. What is really nice with the card, it goes really well with Shark Typhoon. Yeah, Shark Typhoon, hardcast Shark Typhoon with Alrund's Epiphany can actually win you the game in the same turn, and you will see that in the video. It's so powerful in a combination. Yeah, I mean, Shark Typhoon, I don't think I have to talk too much about this card. It's just a really nice card in a Go deck where you can just draw a card, make a creature, or just play it as hardcast and utilize all our instant and sorcery spells here. But this is the main deck. This is all it does, and we have 3 sneaky Barrens here. We add a mana, colorless, but we also can pump this for 4 mana. We add 2 +1/+1 counters on the Barrens, and yeah, that's another win con. So win cons basically is Barrens and Typhoon and Epiphany. Sometimes you can do some damage with Borrow, but it's a really simple deck to play. Just try to get rid of everything and play the correct card and the correct timing. I enjoy this type of deck, and I think it was time to play a deck like this again. Let's have a look at the sideboard. We play 2 duress. Nice, just to get early rid of some cards we really don't want to see. It's nice to get rid of counters with duress as well. 3 extra negates against the control decks to eliminate, and 2 Soul Shatter and 1 Erebos intervention against the aggressive decks. Soul Shatter is a flex slot here. I kind of wanted to have 3 in total, I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, and 3 Mystical Dispute as well here for the control decks. We have 2 shades here. Can work against control deck, but I think the shades are the cards I would remove after my experience today. And yeah, so this is the deck. Hopefully you like it. The games were really great, by the way. I won the last games against Kaldheim Control with 2 lands for like 4 turns. That was really funny. I just counted everything and drew lands. Well, for me it was funny. And one opponent decided to quit the game because they didn't want to play against us. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Tomorrow on Thursday I play in a limited event. I'm not the biggest limited player, but Louis Scott Vargas, Hunter Pants, Ben Stark, and Defsy, and I think all the players will play in it. I got asked, we only like 8 or 10 people who play in it, and I feel honored to be a part, obviously, of that group. I mean, being part of a group with Louis Scott Vargas has to be really great. Ben Stark is also a great player and a teammate of mine. Yeah, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe, follow, check me out on Twitch, DanyTLaw, leave a comment, and I wish you fun with the games. Okay. Well, I mean, the hand does what the hand does, huh? Counter and removal. This is the real evil Gandalf deck here. We have to keep this. We have double counter. Vision is fine later on. Eliminate here for early removal. See a Yorion and a blue. This could be either the Doom list. Keep everything. Could be either the Doom list or Sultai. We need more information. This is an important information here. So I would wait here with cracking, because now if I see green, I maybe... Well, I don't have a counter for... Yeah, I don't have a counter for the next card. So at this point, we have to foretell. If I had that Jwari here, I would keep and counter the Cultivate that's coming out now. White, never mind. Never mind. Okay. That's interesting. Well, we're gonna get rid of this. It's a bit too much of ramp. If this wouldn't give mana, I wouldn't mind the creature. But 5 mana is still big. There could be a Yorion bounce, which is already good. Too much card advantage there. Sudlan Division is nice to find a potential multiverse. So that's definitely nice. Solemn is literally the card we don't care right now. I mean, it's ramp. Sure. But it doesn't do anything. Literally nothing. We're just gonna try play land, counter everything else, and until we find our Gadwick and then refill. Okay, here we have to go for this and this. I mean, 2 damage each turn is still something, but it's fine. I mean, at this point they know we play counters. I mean, this is literally the worst deck to play against because it doesn't feel like playing Magic from the other side, right? Now, what do you want to play? Everything you play will get countered, right? So now you think, what should I throw in? That's bait, or just take a Yar in here. No blue, so that's something. Going with the island here. Again, as I said, Solamir is a bit annoying, but not like big. I mean, it's just 2 damage. We have still enough life to leave this. We have removal, we have exile, a lot of good things we have here. This is a pure Dimir Control list where you just want to make sure that they can do nothing. That's what it is. Okay, I mean, we have 5 mana open. That doesn't feel right, I guess. It's a bunt list so far. I wonder what they throw in. I mean, no matter what, I will definitely counter it. It's land. That's the worst card. Main deck, Coma. We need to find an Extinction Event. It's a problem because they get a snake token. If I would have found the spot removal, I would have kicked took the spot removal here. Because I take damage now and I cannot prevent it. To go for odd. This is interesting. If I had a removal here and went for even, it would have been even better, right? So I take damage here. I'm forced to play Gadwick next turn. If they play a second Coma main is already really it's definitely hard for us, but we had some answers. Now we have to consider getting rid of threats that do damage because they already have cards on boards. So Coma already was really good here. Really strong card. Taking 5. Okay, so this time we know Gadwick will survive. Could have played this after as well. It's fine. So we go for a full Gadwick here. We need to refill. We need to refill. I could have kept 2 open, but I think it's important to refill here. So we have a spot removal and an Extinction Event. Now we need to play it smart. So we can block the Solan, which is fine. If there's a Yarn, it's a bit annoying, but we still have Heartless Act, so that's cool. Casket. Okay. Could be worse, I guess. That is really bad. I have no... So honestly, like, if you play against a deck like this, it feels like they play random cards. Like, why is there a Vivian? Why do all this there a Vivian? Oh my god. That's bad. That's really bad. Oh god. There's a random Vivian on the battlefield. I mean, I can get rid of the board now, but... The random Vivian is annoying. I can tell you that. Cannot play it. Nice, dude, you play Coma into Vivian. What? I have to deal with this stupid Vivian now. I'm on 6 life. I need to find a Brazen Borrower, that's like my only out. Brazen Borrower is technically my only out. I have cards in my deck that deal with Vivian, like Brazen Borrower minus. Not much I can do here. What is that minus here? So, this is a bit annoying. Okay, I have to let it go through. Hard. Really hard. I tried to shoot the Visionary there. That's a cool list opponent plays here. It's really random as well. It's just a bad control-ish Yorion type of deck. If it's a normal creature, we'll let it go. Looks like I have to act an event again, which is bad for me. Chariot, okay, this is something I cannot allow. That's a really good card against me. Okay, that is good against Vivian. Okay, how do we do this? Clock, okay, we can play Soul Shatter here and kill the Visionary. We'll take 2 from the Solemn here. Gadwick's. Gadwick's, hello. We also play 4 Multiverse, so there's many draw spells in our deck, but sometimes you want a Tome. I didn't went for the Tome this time, which is a unique thing for me, I guess. Okay, 2 mana. Omen, I guess. Sure. If they would use this... Okay, they don't have a count on hand, which is already good information for me. So this is where I go for the clock. I would take another 2 damage. I think I have to. Going on 2 is no fun, especially if they could play Sharks. But I need to keep my counters up. And if not, I clock around. Nope. Still on the nope train. So this is where we have to do even. So the Will Follower is a problem now. So we maybe consider trying to get the clock ASAP. Because the Will Follower is lethal. I have to do it. Need to keep my clock alive. Need to keep the clock dream alive. So this is calculation. We get 1 in their turn. So this is lethal, huh? Yeah, we cannot do the clock here, so this is top deck station. That works. That works. So we do 4 and put counter, I guess. Or we could just tap out. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. But the counter is also really good. It's 7, it's 12, right? I think 5 it is though. 5 can block a Yorion. Okay, I was also thinking about drawing a counter maybe. They could have more caskets in hand because there are a lot of cards in hand. That is bad. That is bad. It's really bad. So our clock is gone. No win with the clock. Okay. I would like to draw 6 cards. Okay. We're still looking for our other... I mean, the Elspeth's Nightmare is definitely a thing we have to consider. Great Hand is whatever, I guess. Well, it's not cool though. I have to maybe bounce it here. Okay. Okay, how do we play this? I would say start off with this. What could they get? Oh. Looks okay to me, honestly. Here I need to consider now. If they take Yorion, it's gonna be annoying. We want to get this and then we... Okay, it's interesting. Why do they give up here? I mean, it is annoying to play against this. But why did they give up? I mean, I understand, but why? Like, it's not that I don't understand it here. So, there are creatures, but there are not many creatures. The creatures they have are annoying. Extinction Event is the best card. Eliminate seems on the weaker side. Soul Shatter felt right here. This is fine. The clock's fine. Erebos Intervention is so-so, huh? I like the duresses. Okay, so I can see myself cutting all the spot removals and just having Soul Shatter. Is it 2 off? We go full mono blue with some annoying cards. Yeah, I mean, Extinction Event is clearly the best removal here, and it's the only one I want, to be honest. I can see myself cutting a land here. Maybe 1 Epiphany and 1 Jwari. Nah, we cannot cut the Jwari. The Brazen, maybe. I mean, this deck really just wins with the Shark Typhoon. This is a complete... I know, guys. You're gonna be like, but hey, that's not fun magic. Well, this is to me. Well, it can be fun to me. Sometimes you have to grow your beard and be a Gandalf. That's just... That's how it is, you know. Sometimes you have to go full way Gandalf and have fun. And that's what we do here. Have fun. Full Gandalf mode. Okay, opponent. Yeah. Opponent, can you please play the game? It would be really nice if you would play the game here. We can move on. Did opponent just leave the game here? So on that note, if opponent left the game, which is possible against decks like this, because they're mad, I get it. Yeah, I'm looking forward for playing tomorrow in this limited group with Louis Scott Vargas. I think Ben Stark is in it. I think Devsian is in it. Hunter Pence, the pro baseball player who also plays Magic, is in it, and a friend of mine. And I'm not a good limited player, but being asked to play with them, I was like, yeah, okay, what time? Then Hunter was like, it's 4 p.m. PST. I was like, well, that's like 12 midnight my time. But then since I stream, I was like, okay, I maybe take a break today, and tomorrow I will just go for it. And yeah, so that was the goal here. While we are waiting here, just want to announce it, and yeah. they do not agree. They are probably like, hey, I want to play one more game, and then you play against counter removal tribal, and they're like, okay, nope. If you play that type of magic, I just leave the game and rope you to death. Sometimes, I just want to mention it, you can actually report people for roping. I will not report that person because I honestly have the feeling that I understand it if you play against a deck like this. But then again, for me, who is doing a YouTube video here, it kind of is annoying. But it's kind of content, right? It is content. Let me know in the comment below what do you guys think about roping in general, and if it was justified here. And I take every answer. I think it's justified to some degree. Playing against a deck like this, it's super annoying, especially if you go like, yeah, I want to play a last game. But for me right now here, it is content at least. And yeah, I would say we jump in the next game after the victory screen. Boom. Victory. I have so much fun. 2-lander and no draw spell if the mulligan does. 1-lander. This is greedy, right? Scry 1-lander. So this is us finding 1 land and then maybe, because we just need this. This is the work. This is Seth keep here. Okay, now we need a land. Okay, if we miss a land here, then we miss the draw, we miss the scry, we put 1 down, and then 1 more. That would be like a lot of cards. Having 1 land in 10 while you play 27 is shouldn't happen, you know. Shouldn't happen. Well, it's a land. It is a land. It's not perfect, but hey, it's a land. This looks like Esper on opponent's side, and that's fine. We found a land, guys. That turn 4 is usually not strong. So I think we just behold here. Wow, we found the lands though. Foretell again. So what I like about Gadwick in a deck like this is you can foretell all your cards. And that feels really good. Yeah, opponent is Esper, and that does not a lot in this scenario. And we foretell again. Well, we use our mana efficient in a control mirror setup like this. And the opponent's like, okay, I need to play something. I know it. This is gonna be annoying. So let's see what they play, or not. Well, this is. Let's start. If they start countering here, okay, now they go like, okay, play something. It's good. I have to do something here. We found a land and a Shark Typhoon. That's fine. So at this point, we want to keep the Shark Typhoon for a while. They go scry and looking for cards they can actually use against a deck like this. Because the Esper Control has placed many removal spells. This is why a deck like this is actually really nice. Because they can, I mean, that's why we cannot just use a Shark here. That's fine for us. We just want to make sure we hit our lands, so we keep doing this stuff. We do not need a Brazen Borrower, but this is a really strong land. So we keep hitting our lands here, which is still important. And we pass. Worst case, we can start Brazen stuff, but we can just not run out of Shark. That's annoying. That is a bit annoying. Yeah, we do it here. It's too fast if it goes through. Four tokens is a bit too much, and usually I run like 2. There are lists that run 4. Sure. Okay, no counter. That's important to know. think you put in some pressure here. Could have attacked with the land there as well, but... Okay. I don't mind this Elspeth here. They could play Yorion from hand. Okay. Well, this makes me want to play the Shark Typhoon hardcast next turn. But... Well, do they actually... Well, now I want to actually do this. It's actually 7. Cannot count. I mean, playing this here... They could have played the removal last turn, right? Or maybe there was no black open. Okay, they had the removal here, that's fine. I really don't mind them taking one of my removals. It's like, okay, choose one, bro. Here. We have another Brazen Borrower, which is lethal if we play it. The good old Brazy B is a card, huh? Well, it's lethal if they don't have a counter here. Okay, got him. Got him. Okay, so pure Esper Doom. I think they will spot out a lot of removal. So Shade is actually a really cool card in this matchup. Definitely those. No eliminate. Soul Shatter is okay against Yorion, but I mean, they will botting all the counters, so will we. The worst cards for us is still the... I like the one of Erebos here. The worst card is still the Omens, which is kind of funny. But yeah, 2 more cards is tricky. You can go 1 Behold. And maybe 1 Act. Keeping this one. Yeah, that looks good to me. The shades are good, but I like the shades are probably good here. But we don't play other permanents, so it would just keep the Doom alive, which can be worse sometimes. But yeah, I mean, this is what the deck does. It just counters everything and then you win. There's nothing special about it. Okay. Their turn 2 can be actually really good. Okay. So I think we do rest early because they could play Tome. Well, that hand does nothing. I kinda should play Cling in the sideboard though. Is this a bug? Oh no, this is not a bug. Never mind. Every land on top, everything on bottom. Top. Also, they don't have a really good turn 4. They should play instant Elspeth's Nightmares. That's about it. Keep the lands, you guys. Foretell this, so we have next turn Behold and Negata. We want to foretell as many cards as we can, so we still have Gadwick. Yeah, this is a good one here. So we're gonna lose the Negate. Which is okay. I don't mind the Yorion here. Them seeing my Gadwick is scary. It is scary. Oh, the sun is annoying. Drawing 2 cards here. Semi-okay. Playing a Gadwick though forces them to do this and not Yorion. But I don't want to tap out. I want to keep this up here because Yorion is still pretty annoying here. Mainly because they bounce the Omen here. I do not want that. We take the 2, that's completely fine here. Okay, then we draw cards. Actually, we take both. Let's have a look. That hand does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So we can just pass here. So it's definitely the best to scry here for Glimpse. Jwari is nice because if they top a land here and want to play Yorion, just to have some aggression because of double Yorion, we can actually do something. Like here they have no answer to this. It's kind of funny. But maybe a full hand is better. Drawing, I mean they have no answer to this either, but I think they need to top deck if they want to do something here. I think if this one goes through, we just win the game instantly. Because double Alrund's Epiphany wins the game then. I mean sure they can kill one, but good luck. Good luck. They literally need to find ECD here. Because that's the only answer. Sometimes you top deck, right? But it's not that easy. Okay. Sure. Just don't ECD. That's all I'm asking. There's one card I don't see. Okay, that's fine. That's GG. We do it again. And then we -5. Boop, 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 boop. And here we go. Control is so... Just playing it this makes me feel bad. Oh my god. Well, I have fun. Let's go to the next one. Okay, let's play against LSR. Let's have some fun here. I have to mulligan this. They play Yorion, huh? Not happy with the hand, but we can cantrip this. Sultai. I don't want to play it as a land, but if I have to, I do it. Oh no, it's Teemo land. I mean, Jwari works great against the ramp spell. I mean, I'm cool with this. Now I'm just gonna cycle my sharks and try to find more lands. I mean, obviously we have lands, but sometimes you can use them as multiple things. Sure. Weighted here is really nice. That was a nice play from them. Definitely makes sense to wait here. Well, we have our removals we have to use against the creatures, so we cannot count the creatures here. Just gotta sad. We know they play counters as well. This is actually a point where I'm cool with. Nope. I want to secure the lands here. It's definitely more important. I mean, they have removal here, I'm pretty sure, but... Sure. This is where I have to play a land. I think it's better to have Disdainful Stroke and Jwari up. So against this deck, we just have to make sure that the big spells don't come through. Like against certain cards, we have still Extinction Event, which is fine. Because this card is kind of dead, except against the creatures they could play. That's an easy one. Yeah, we have to keep it. I mean, this is a funny choice here. We could actually try. We could actually try to play the Brazen tempo here, but it's probably not as good. If they play Ultimatum here without land, Jwari Disruption is really great. Binding. That's whatever. I mean, I have a Gadwick, which is the most important one here. But it's still worth to scry for the next card under it. Okay. I mean, I think it's one too much. It's still important to have double counter up here. I mean, this card just ramps. We have 3 counters, so 3 threats we can get rid of. The Yarn is literally whatever here. Okay, they don't play Dispute here. Keeping the lands is important. Then again, same shenanigan again. 4-12. And pass. So next card we can actually play Gadwick with a sword coming up. If they play Yarn naked, which is Extinction Event. Gadwick is just this card is the MVP in this deck. How we call it, Chadwick. So we're gonna see Sharks post board, that's fine. Yep, lands are cool. Odd. This Gadwick will just win the game on its own. We have double counter here, and worst case we can either Barrens or Castle. So that looks really nice. Sure. That is a sure from me. 1 top, okay. Are they going for the double spelling here, or they just have nothing except removal in their hand, which is reasonable, I guess. 5. It's a lot of lands. That was a lot of lands, but then Multiverse again is good. So we dealt with 2 ultimatums already. Epiphany, that is fine. That does nothing. That literally just is draw a card and get 2 tokens at this point. And we don't care about that at all. We also have Barons as a win con. We just need to get rid of like the real bad cards. That's not a real bad card. It's the Ultimatum, it's the Kiora, and Warren Collects is just Heartless Act. And Tybalt, obviously. Tybalt is a bit more annoying. 3 cards is too much. I have to say no to that one. Still have a full hand here. So we're definitely going to foretell here. This foretell is psychological, also really strong, because we just countered 2 cards we saw coming. Okay. This time, Water was correct. 3 cards is still a lot. It happens. They tapped out though. So we can do some shenanigans. Interesting tapping here, by the way. Oh, they give up here? Okay, they probably think we chained us here. I mean, this is what the deck does. I'm so sorry. I don't. Actually, good deck. Actually, good deck. So the worst card is Kiora, right? But this should never resolve. Like, there's just no world that card should ever resolve. I keep 1 Soul Shatter. It works against Tip. It should not. It should. If it resolves, then I just play bad. But I think I need some removal post board because I could see some aggressive cards now. Usually cut one of those. Brazen Borrower is not that good. Definitely worth a cut. Midnight Lock is fine, but in this matchup, once we dealt with everything, it's fine. But Midnight Clock is just that card that makes this deck go endless value, and that's pretty strong. The endless value there is definitely really strong. God, this deck's funny. I love this type of magic, guys. I love this type of magic. This is where my true inner Gandalf shines, and I hope you also like me playing this type of deck. I'm really, guys, I'm so impressed by all the comments I get from my videos and the laugh and all the stuff, and my streams are crazy popping. Like, it's like just having like 500 viewers on my stream like 2 days ago. I didn't even know what to say. It's like, oh, that's not normal. It was definitely not normal. And yeah, thanks everyone. Okay. We got the lands, got the counter, we got the removal. It's fine. I had the better hands. The one off Castle is so far kinda cute. I think we have to do it like this. We counter it if they play it. But they maybe play around Jwari here and just take Yorion. We play so many counters now that it's actually completely fine doing it. It's just way too many counters we play. That's fine. And again, I really like the foretell with Gadwick. That was like my main idea here. Like, I like Gadwick. How can we make this better? And then that was the answer. Having a foretell here is also psychological win again. Stop. Go. Home of the Sea is a strong card, but not worth countering here. Everything they top we will counter. That's basically it. Yorion is dangerous, not gonna lie. Double Omen of the Sea makes them want to take Yorion. Not happy about that one. So we would lose a dispute, so we have to use a dispute and use Jwari as a land here. Well, they will not take that one anyways. Yeah, losing dispute here is really bad. Because then we could have Gadwicked earlier. At least I don't know what here is. So no strong turn 6 card here because of Jwari. Could be a strong turn 5 card. Okay. Sure. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So this is where we want to find counters. But even with counters, it's going to be hard. There's no counter, okay. I need to fake my Epiphany here. That this is a counter. If I tapped out here, I would just lose to an ultimatum. I know they don't have a counter, so my Epiphany seems good. That is actually fine. I was more worried of the Yorion there. Way more worried of the Yorion. It's a really good draw. Yep, you can go. You can go. Okay. Let's get that extra turn in. The question is, how much do I care about Tybalt? I mean, I do care. So we go for 3. For the full hand, Tybalt comes down. Minus goes 2, not what you want. Playing Yorion gives a lot of cards, so maybe I should go full here. I think we have to. We should find cards to deal with them, right? That was not good. But the minus on Tybalt is still okay. If they're Yorion here, they're Yorion here. There's not much I can do about it, but we found counters. I mean, we still have the birds on the field. I think Yorion is the better play than Tybalt here. I mean, if you have ultimatum, you have ultimatum, but I think Yorion should be the play here. Looks like a Yorion to me. Yep. Definitely has to be. I mean, that was correct. We can Heartless Act the Yorion, which is something to put in pressure. We lose the Gadwick, but Gadwick did everything Gadwick had to do. Draw many cards. So Tybalt now is not something I worry about. Also, drawing 2 cards is still strong. Thinking about playing Tybalt is reasonable. As a walkie. Losing a Gadwick, sure. Double bottom, that's decent. 1 top, not so cool. Did I, okay, what did I have there? It's kind of awkward. This is the go. Yeah, that was a cycle there. And also like Silundi Vision. Silundi Vision is really nice in this type of deck. Because you can fetch us another counter from the top if we need to. Sure. Sure. I mean, obviously you have counters. Be my guest. That is fine. I mean, obviously they're annoying because they can block our flyers here, but that's a nope. That was a nope. If they top deck the negate here, it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Yeah, sometimes they just do that. Please, no good card. Land, fine, we take it. So, now we need to find a way to get rid of Tybalt. We have Brazen, but we don't have too many answers, to be honest. Okay. The Will Follow Heaven there are slightly annoying. That was a good block. I have to do it. That was a really good block. I think I need to keep my Barrens here and somehow get through the Tybalt. Sure. But yeah, this should never happen, that this resolves with a million counter spells. And now they have creatures, so if they have a bad card here, if they have an ultimatum, they win. That's a really good card. Can I please have my own card there? I would like to have my Shark Typhoon back here. Please, can I... because now I think I can't win anymore. That Shark Typhoon was really not nice. We have to play the Brazens. We have to. It's the only way. If something happens, we need to find a way. Okay, that is actually a way to have a chance. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's the only way. They have the Cling, which gives them a 1/1 shock. Now it's maybe I managed to have more shocks because I still have Epiphanies. This can be an awkward game. It's fine. I'd rather keep this for the next card. But yeah, Tibble is really bad here. Let's just hope it's a land. The card advantage Tibble generates here is really big. Ultimatum is huge. It's a 7/7. If they have a counter, they win. Yeah, but... Yeah, Tibble got me. Tibble got me. Tibble stealing my cards got me here. I actually played Braces. It's interesting. I think it was not correct to keep this card. Soul Shatter. And we had the Soul Shatter and we had the Brazens. Well, we had answers. We had the answers. We just didn't find them. And they managed to stick it through, which is hard. Which is hard against a deck like us. It's definitely not easy. This is a keep. 2 lands is not a lot, but Behold and its Scryland has to be good. We just top every land, so we managed to hit our land drops. You have to go with the Behold here, in case we don't find a land, which is still dangerous though to use the Behold there. Because they could just counter whatever we do. So we have to throw it in. It's a tough choice. But luckily... Yikes! How is that impossible? Probably dispute, but I mean... 11 cards and not a third land? Okay. Sometimes I'm really baffled by the shuffler. If they go for it now, then it's really cool. So now we just cannot miss any land anymore, which is likely that it happens though. Makes me sad. Yeah. Imagine having a land here and just pass. Seemed good. GG. Probably just GG. Okay. So 12 cards, 2 lands. Which would make seem the deck that we played 10 lands. This is a 10 land deck here. Now you solve everything with power. That is something with power. If that's not a land, that would be really sad. So turn 6 they have Warring Plexus. We just have to make sure that we go towards the ultimatum. I mean, this is annoying obviously, but double dispute is still fine. Okay. Need to keep hitting our lands here. Taking Yarn would be nice. Nice. They need to discard now. Just saying. Yep. Land. I still think it's the best to just get rid of the foretell cards here. 2 white is still fine, and I don't mind the Yorion, to be honest. Yorion is something I would bounce here, because they only have 2 blue. It's still interesting though. Maybe I have to counter it. I think I have to do it. Maybe my tone value is too high. Triple blue is important. Now there's a fight about their big spells. Nope. Cannot give information about my hand here. I would play a Brazen Borrower as a creature here though. Maybe I have to keep it as well if they manage to somehow stick something out. You cannot play an ultimatum here, I think. Actually, they go for it. The Black Star seems like an ultimatum. It's triple. Is it triple green? Yeah. Mystical Dispute is the easiest choice here for me, obviously. Not finding a land. We have a Shark end of turn, which is still fine. We just have to keep counter this stuff here. Okay. I mean, I really missed so many lands, so it's gonna be hard. My decisions have to be on point. That is fine. It's completely fine. I think they still play eliminates. Okay. So this is 5 lands and 20 cards. It's not that good. Well, they ramp. We still have 2 counters though. Which is fine. But hey, I really would like to draw lands, so Behold the Multiverse here. It's probably my best card. And if they use a counter here, they have less chance in the counter war. So if this gets a counter, it's still fine. Because then this counts more. Counters, sure. We gotta dispute that. Well, that's a land, technically. We are still fighting more, so we still have the damage. I mean, I know they have big spells in hand. Now it's just the question, how do we deal with them? As long as we have our Shark, I'm feeling good. Black, red, black, green, green, green. Tybalt. Looks like a Tybalt. Yep, I will actually do this here. I want another counter here, I just bounce the Tybalt after that. Okay, double count is fine. This time I have something I can do. Not happy about it, but to find a counter of mine. So we're just gonna destroy Tybalt with Alrunds here. I mean, yeah, you also play this spell, sir. We still have the threats on board. And this cannot count our sword coming if there's not ultimatum. I mean, our dispute is kind of weak here, though. We can pay disputes. Okay, yeah. We actually won this game with 2 lands, and then somehow it's... I mean, we do what the deck does, and I hope you like it. I was a bit salty there with the 2 lands, but hey, we won all 3 games, and you like it, leave a... I cannot even talk anymore. If you like the video, feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what you like about the deck. Tell me what would you do. I really appreciate all those comments. Feel free to like the video, share the video, subscribe, or check out me on Twitch, DanyTLaw. Tomorrow I will stream the tournament, or the single elimination draft with Louis Scott Vargas, Ben Stark, Devsy, Hunter, and other players. I don't know who else plays in it, but I'm pretty sure they play in it. And yeah, let's defeat them, huh? I would say. Let's defeat them. See you guys. Okay, guys, I have to say, those games were crazy. I mean, just think about it. We had a 2-lander just there, and I was a bit salty about it, I have to say. But it still worked out well. We managed to defeat Sultai Ultimatum. I think there's a lot of frustration involved in it as well. But this is what this deck does. It makes you angry. And this is sometimes what we want. CGB will be so proud of me here. CGB, if you watch the outro here, leave it in the comment and say, I'm proud of you, bro. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. And in hindsight now, I would definitely cut the shades. I think they're not that strong. Maybe you can go up with the removal spells, but I think the balance is still really nice. Yeah, hope you liked the video. Feel free to comment, subscribe, check me out on twitch.tv, DanyTLaw. You see it usually in my username in Arena. And yeah, have a good time, have a good day, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, and see you guys next time.